My wife made false accusations during our divorce, and my own family testified against me in court, causing me to lose custody of the children and pay massive child support. Then, after their breakup, her new boyfriend came forward with evidence that she made the whole thing up. I always thought divorces ended with two adults sitting at a kitchen table, splitting up the Tupperware and signing papers like civilized humans. Instead, mine started with a dude in khakis handing me a thick packet at work while I was microwaving leftover spaghetti. Inside, divorce petition, request for custody, child support calculations large enough to make a banker faint. And halfway through, tucked inside the legal jargon like a rotten surprise in a birthday cake, I saw it. History of emotional volatility and physical aggression. I actually laughed out loud. Not the fun kind, the I'm losing my grip on reality kind. My coworker backed out of the break room like I was possessed. I wasn't perfect but violent. I'm the guy who cries during Pixar trailers and apologizes when I get bumped into at the grocery store. But the papers read like I'd been throwing people through walls for sport. I spent the next 3 days in a fog. Jenna wouldn't answer my texts except to say, "My lawyer advised me not to communicate," which is divorce talk for go sit in the corner and wait to be destroyed. My lawyer, Rosen, looked at the allegations and said, "Well, could be worse." "Really?" I asked. "Oh yeah," he said. "She could have said you hit the dog." The hearing was scheduled for the next week. I told myself it would be fine. She was exaggerating. People exaggerate in court all the time. I didn't know yet that exaggeration wasn't her strategy. Fabrication was. And I definitely didn't know that my own family, the same people who once lectured me for being too nice, were about to take the stand and swear that I was a ticking time bomb in cargo shorts. Walking into that courtroom was like walking into my own funeral. Everyone dressed up, speaking softly, pretending the corpse wasn't me. Jenna sat at her table looking fragile and saintly, the kind of woman who'd rescue injured birds for sport. Her new lawyer, younger, sleeker, hungrier, stood beside her like he'd been waiting for this role his whole life. But nothing prepared me for seeing my family on her witness list. Mom, Dad, my sister, Kelly. "What are they even going to say?" I whispered to Rosen. He sighed. "Whatever she told them to say." Jenna went first, dabbing her eyes with a tissue like she had emotional tear ducts on demand. She talked about walking on eggshells, Mark's temper, the kids hiding in the room, events that either didn't happen or got twisted so far out of shape they barely resembled memory. Then my mother walked up. She wouldn't look at me. She said I'd always struggled with anger, referencing incidents from when I was 13. Teenage tantrums rebranded as evidence of lifelong danger. My dad backed her up with quiet nods. Kelly said I'd been manipulative. This from the woman who once blamed me when her boyfriend caught her cheating. Not one of them asked me a single question before testifying. They just accepted the script and read their lines. By the end, the judge gave Jenna temporary full custody, with supervised visits for me, pending further evaluation. Child support, enormous. My access to my kids, practically non-existent. I walked out numb, like someone unplugged me. My mom texted afterward, "We're praying you get the help you need." Not, "We believe you." Not. This feels wrong. Just a neat little confirmation that they thought I was exactly what Jenna said I was. I blocked her number that night. I didn't have the emotional calories left for anything else. My new apartment smelled like old soup and despair, but it was all I could afford after child support vacuumed out my bank account every month. I slept on a mattress on the floor and ate whatever meals required one pan and no pride. Supervised visits with my kids were at a facility decorated like a kindergarten exploded. Bright walls, cheerful posters, a woman taking notes like she was studying a rare endangered species. The non-custodial father. "Why is she watching?" my son asked. "She's here to make sure I don't turn into a dragon," I joked. He laughed, but the staff member didn't. She just wrote something down. Jenna posted Instagram single mom warrior content, complete with long captions about escaping toxicity. And then one day, a guy named Tyler appeared in her photos. Muscles, tattoos, backwards cap, a walking algorithm. The worst photo was of him giving my son a piggyback ride, captioned, "Real men step up." I threw my phone onto the mattress and stared at the ceiling until all the emotions flattened into something dull and heavy. But I kept showing up. Every visit, every appointment, therapy, parenting classes I didn't need, documenting everything. Still, I felt like a ghost in my own life. And then, one night, my phone buzzed. An unknown number. "Hey, this is Tyler. We need to talk about Jenna." I sat up so fast I pulled something in my back. Because nothing, absolutely nothing, could have prepared me for what he told me next. We met at a coffee shop. Tyler looked nervous, twisting his cap in his hands like he expected me to punch him. Which was funny because I'm built like an overworked librarian. He slid his phone across the table. "Man, she lied," he said. "About you, about everything." The messages were brutal. J. Judge ate it up, cried at the right times while schwa J. Mom's going to talk about the door he slammed at 13. Make it emotional. J. Kids need to act scared or the evaluator won't take me seriously. Then voice recordings. Her laughing about faking tears. Her coaching the kids. Her telling her mom exactly what to say. Her bragging she'd milked the system. One clip hit me like a punch. Once the order's permanent, he'll never see them unsupervised again. Just a paycheck. My breathing got ragged. Tyler put up his hands. "Dude, I swear I had no idea." He explained that he'd started recording her because she'd twisted things with him too. Then he pulled out a thumb drive. "Everything's on here. Backed up too. Do whatever you need to." "Why help me?" I asked. He shrugged. "Because the kids love you, and because this is messed up." He also told me something I'll never forget. "That story about you throwing a plate?" She knocked the plate down herself, practicing where it'd land. I left the coffee shop shaking, thumb drive in my pocket like a live grenade. For the first time in a year, the story wasn't just stacked against me. I had proof. Real, damning proof. And I was done being quiet. Rosen nearly spit out his coffee when he heard the recordings. "We're filing immediately," he said. The hearing felt different this time. The judge walked in already irritated, like she'd read every page twice. Rosen played the clip of Jenna laughing about her automatic tears. The judge stopped it 5 seconds in. "Is that your voice, Ms. Carter?" Jenna stuttered something about context. The judge didn't look convinced. Then Tyler testified. Awkward and apologetic, but solid. He described rehearsed testimony, coached kids, manipulated stories. My family watched in horror as their text message coaching appeared on the projector. My mom whispered, "Oh my God," like she'd suddenly realized she'd been cast in the wrong play. The judge's face hardened more with each exhibit. A week later, the new order arrived. Primary custody to me. 60-40 schedule. Child support reversed. Therapy for the kids and for Jenna. Possible referral for perjury. My hands shook reading it. My mom tried to apologize in the hallway. I told her the truth. You believed someone who knew me 10 years over someone who raised me for 38. She cried. I didn't. I walked out to go pick up my kids. On a weekday, no supervision, no paperwork shadowing us. For the first time in over a year. When I picked up my kids from school, they ran to me like the world was back on its axis. You're here on a Thursday, my son said. Yeah, I told him. I'm here a lot more now. The transition wasn't perfect. Kids are resilient but not magic. We had long talks, small meltdowns, therapy sessions, and nights where they asked questions that made my chest tighten. Did mommy lie? Are you safe? Is everything okay now? I told them the simplest truth. Things were confusing, but we're together now, and I love you. That's what matters. My parents tried to rebuild things. I held boundaries, something I'd never done before. Jenna sent a long email about feeling unsafe. I didn't reply. Some doors are better left closed. Tyler texted once asking how the kids were. I sent him a picture of them laughing at our half-burnt pizza attempt. Life didn't return to what it was. It became something quieter, sturdier. Tuesday tacos at our cramped kitchen table, board games, bedtime stories, the kind of boring, beautiful routines I'd missed so much it hurt. People ask me if getting vindicated felt good. Honestly, it felt like taking a deep breath after holding it for a year. I didn't win. I didn't beat anybody. I just got my kids back, and I got my voice back. And life, messy, crooked, ridiculous life, goes on. So do we.